What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are over at Veterans Park where there's no disc golf course. So what am I doing here? Well, this is going to be a little bit of a behind the scenes and also a play test, because I want to go around to several parks that don't have disc golf courses and make temporary urban holes. Alright, so for our first test hole, I've got a cone set up to represent the basket right about there where that big concrete rock is. It's just going to be a simple forehand hyzer, lefty backhand. Alright, so I've got the cone set up here. Basket is tucked back behind the trees. Forehand lane. I think there's going to be a backhand lane, but I think that's going to be a lot trickier. But I'll test out both and see how they work. Alright, that backhand shot was definitely way too high. Wind got a hold of it, yoinked it. That forehand shot, I feel like, okay, yeah, we've got a outside the circle look. It's kind of obstructed, but I think this is going to be a good one. As long as you don't overpower it, you'll be fine. Alright, so for this next one, I'm thinking of a big par 4, which is going to go all the way over to where that flagpole is at. So I got the cone set up halfway between this camera pole and the picnic shelter. So I'm already starting to see a couple of risks with designing these holes. The first one being, if I design a hole that's going to go over a footpath, any pedestrians, walkers, bike riders are going to have the right-of-way, which means I'll probably end up needing to be a spotter or have someone be a spotter while everyone throws. So I thought the right side over here, which not in this exact spot, I thought that was going to be the perfect layup position to get myself in position to attack the basket, which is going to be by the flagpole back here. But it looks like the actual ideal landing zone is going to be on the left-hand side. Alright, I've got the cone set up down there right on the flat spot. I think this is going to be a really tricky par 4, and the play is actually to crush it over the bridge to get yourself in a good position to where you can just approach the basket. You know, the more I think about this, the more I like it. You're still playing for position. It's just your first shot also has to be a big shot. And then you can have an easy open look or semi-open look to the basket. Alright, and that's going to be circle's edge right there. Alright, we're done with this hole. Alright, so this one's going to be fairly straightforward. This very first chunk of concrete is going to be the tee pad. The line's going to be the front of the tee pad, and it's just going to be a straight tunnel shot all the way up there. Cones in line with the flagpole. Yeah, that'll putt. Alright, check. Alright, so I don't fully have this one worked out yet, but I think this might be another par 4. In front of the tee pad is here next to the planter. Mando left with the field light. They're a big hyzer out. And just on the other side of the sign here is a path leading back out to the main road, and I think that'll be where the next hole goes. Alright, so there's actually another path leading back to the parking lot roughly right in there in that cluster of red trees, and that's actually going to put me much closer to the next hole I want to try throwing. But anyway, where I landed, it's right here, so that's going to make for a tricky approach. meaning that this narrow left landing is going to be crucial. Alright, so I got the cones set up kind of right in the mouth here, pathway, and right there where my bag's at is where my upshot landed. So at best this would be a 4 unless I manage to throw it in somehow. Alright, so this one's going to be a big old Crush Boy par 5. I'm going to make the front of the concrete here the tee pad and play all the way, not quite to where the yellow sign is, but where the grass ends before it. All this grass right here is going to be inbounds. That's going to be the fairway, pavement and parking lot. All that's going to be OB. Okay, it bounced back up on the curb. That was a wild ride. I thought I was just gonna stay in the parking lot, and then I thought it was gonna go down the storm drain. Maybe I'll dumb this one down to a par 4, but I don't know, because there's water right here at for this next shot, so it might still be a par 5. And there's not always water in there, I don't believe, but that's certainly going to make any approach extra tricky. I think I got another road skip. Alright, so my original plan was to put the basket somewhere up there, right on top of the culvert where it's flat. However, I can absolutely see somebody throwing into that thing and losing a disc. And it's really narrow up there, so I can also see it skipping long and hitting a car that's trying to come out. So, what I've done instead is I went about 25 feet left of that culvert. There's a nice little backstop, give everyone a little reprieve. Yeah, I think having the basket down low here with the backstop, I think that's going to make for a better hole design. The hole's already going to be hard enough, just trying to chip around and stay in bounds, and then with the slope of the ditch. Well, this is all I've got time to play test for today. I've got plenty more holes to try out and to think of. There's a lot of property here at Veterans Park, but if you're curious to see what the whole course is going to look like and what the layout's going to be, stay tuned. Over the next few months, I'm going to be rolling out those designs, putting them up on UDisc. I think this is going to be really fun. I think people are going to really enjoy it. If you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and stay tuned for more content. Have a good one.